When you have a dedicated yoga practice, you begin to feel changes in your body and in every aspect of your life.
Hi, I'm Jerry. I'm from Houston, Texas, and you are practicing Fightmaster Yoga.
I'm Lesley Fightmaster, and welcome to Fightmaster Yoga, a place to deepen your practice. When you commit to this channel, you'll begin to see beauty in every aspect of your life. Sit up nice and tall, hands together. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty, and peace within you. It is also within me. Therefore, we are united. We are the same. We are all one. Releasing and rolling forward, make your way into a child's pose with your arms extended in front of you. Now spread your fingers wide. Begin to press into the base of your fingers, lifting up through your forearms. And as you press, try to lengthen out your spine. Then inhale, come on up to hands and knees. Bring chest forward, lift chin and tailbone. Now exhale, rounding the spine, chin toward chest, and then take your hips all the way back to your heels. I'm going to do it a little bit slower each time. So inhale to come forward. Look up. Exhale, one big breath. As you exhale, draw the belly in and up and take hips to heels. And once again, slower. Inhale, longer breath as you come forward. Draw your shoulder blades toward the waist. Exhale, tuck and round and take your hips back to your heels. Keep a nice, steady, smooth breath. Inhale, coming forward. Turn your inner elbows forward this time. Tuck your toes for downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Start to bend one knee and the other as you warm up. At the bottom of your exhales, take a moment to pull your belly in and up, really engaging what's called Uddiyana Bandha. A bandha is an energetic lock in your body. Start to press your thighs back, your heels reaching toward the floor, arms, shoulders distance, feet hips width. Begin to firm your outer hips in towards center and your inner thighs like you're holding a block. Inhale, float your right leg back and up with level hips. As you exhale, bring the thigh toward the belly. Really pull it in as you hold here and then lightly step it up by the hand. Take the left knee down, rise up. Inhale for low lunge, palms facing each other. Pull your right hip back. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, open up the chest, maybe looking up, letting the head go back gently, but try to lift and widen through your collarbones as you breathe. Release the hands down and come to plank. Knees can be up or down here, it's your choice. Shift your shoulders about an inch forward and slowly lower to your belly. Bring the hands by the low ribs. Inhale, peel the chest up. Press all 10 toenails down, lengthen butt to heels. Lift your hands up. See if you can stay just as high as you were using the back muscles. Now tuck the toes under. Knees can be up or down. Pull the belly in, press up, and then back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg back and up. Again, lifting from inner thigh. Exhale, thigh toward belly, shoulders above the wrists. Really pull in the ribs and belly here as you breathe. Lightly step it up, right knee down. Pull the left hip back and inhale, stretch up through the arms. Arrow straight arms. Palms facing in, so your outer upper arms, triceps spin forward, and then take your hands again behind you. Interlace the other pinky on top. And start to reach those hands down toward the back of your knee as you open up your chest. Gently look up as long as it's okay on your neck, but don't make this a neck back bend. Make this an upper back bend. Release, bring the hands down, come to plank, and lower through chaturanga, shoulders no lower than the elbows. Then inhaling to upward facing dog or stick with cobra. Exhale, use the belly muscles to make your way to downward facing dog. Firming the legs, pressing the thighs back, draw the front ribs in. Remember, every exhale, pull the belly in and up just a little more deeply, just for a moment, and then let it go and inhale. Lightly step the feet forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway up. Exhale, fold in, bending the knees as you need to. Press through the feet firmly as you inhale to rise up. And exhale, bring the hands at your heart. Warming up. Feet hips width or big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold, keeping your spine nice and long. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, stepping to plank pose and lower through chaturanga. You can always have your knees down there. Then inhale, press through the hands and feet for up dog. Exhale, use the belly muscles, transition to down dog. Start to get into the habit of firming the outer hips and inner thighs towards center as you lift up through the pelvic floor muscles. That is your mula bandha. Bandhas are energy locks in the body. We want to keep the energy in the body, and that makes you strong and feeling lighter as you move. Look forward, keep the hips high, lightly step or hop up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and fold to exhale. Press through the feet, inhale, reaching up, keep the ribs and belly in. Exhale, the hands to heart. Inhale again, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips as you fold. Keep your belly and ribs in. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float. If you float, land with those elbows bent in chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, stretch back. Now even out your breath so your inhales and your exhales are equal in length. Keep pressing into the base of those fingers, lifting up through the forearms, spinning your triceps back, your outer upper arms, and gently soften around the neck. Look forward, lightly step or hop up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Press down and rise up, inhale. And exhale, samastitihi, steady balance. Taking the feet hips width apart, we'll take the right foot up anywhere above or below the knee for tree pose. Find a steady focal point and reach your arms up when you're ready. Do your best to drop your right hip down and squeeze your left hip in towards center. You don't have to worry about trying to press the right knee back. That doesn't need to happen. But now point the knee forward, extending the leg. Now really use those belly muscles and the pelvic floor muscles to stabilize you. Keep your shoulders just above the hips instead of leaning back. And release. Other side. So right foot down, we'll pick up the left, taking it anywhere below or above the knee. Pressing the foot into the leg back into the foot. Find your balance, find your focal point, and then inhale. Add the arms when you're ready. Palms facing each other. Now, best you can, squeeze the right hip in towards center as you drop your left hip down toward the floor. Point the knee forward, extend the leg, keep dropping that outer hip. Pull in the ribs and belly, lift the pelvic floor muscles. Really reach through the ball of that lifted leg foot, and then release it. Back to Tadasana. Inhale, bend the knees and drop your hips for Utkatasana chair. Exhale, belly to thighs, and then straighten out the legs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step or float for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, full breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg back and up. Exhale, draw the thigh in toward the belly, keep pressing away from the floor, and then lightly step it up. Spin the back heel down, line up front heel and back arch, warrior two. Make sure the front knee is over the ankle. Lift your chest and widen, but let your shoulder blades relax. Interlace fingers behind you, and then wrap them around your right hip, right around your waist. You can look forward over your knee, or you can look straight ahead over toward the long side of the mat. Either way, roll your shoulder heads back, lift your belly, keep sinking down into the front knee and lifting the back inner thigh up. Keep the hands as they are, straight in the front leg. Bring your hands behind your back, point both toes facing in a little bit. And then as you exhale, fold forward for Prasarita Padottanasana C. Shift the weight a little bit toward the balls of the feet so your hips are in line with your heels. And let your elbow joints soften. Gaze softly off the tip of the nose, breathing gently. Inhale, make your way up. Turn the right leg out. Walk the back leg in a little bit if you like that for triangle pose. Hinge from your front hip crease. Reach as far forward as you can. Then take your right hand down wherever it reaches. Stretch up through the left arm. Now lengthen from your navel through the crown of the head. Inhale, reaching left arm forward in line with the ear. Exhale, sweep it in front of you. Take it behind your back, resting it there or hooking it onto the right thigh. Keep drawing your right hip underneath you. Press down into the big toe mound of your right foot. Now lengthen from the right hip through the right armpit. Looking down, we'll bend the knee and step back for chaturanga. Then inhaling for upward dog. And exhale, stretch back, downward facing dog. Inhale to float the left leg back and up, lifting from inner thigh with level hips. Exhale, thigh toward belly, shoulders above the wrist just for a moment, and then lightly step it in between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Make sure your feet are lined up heel to arch as you come into Warrior Two. Make sure the left knee is pointed straight ahead, so it's above the middle toes and above the ankle. Interlace the other pinky behind you, wrap it around, and rest it on the left thigh. So again, you can look straight ahead toward the long side of the mat if that feels more comfortable, or you can turn your head and look forward like you normally would in Warrior Two. But either way, press your shoulder blades forward towards your chest to widen the collarbones. Now we'll take the feet to parallel, toes in a little. Bring the hands behind your back. Inhale, lengthen. Hinging from the hip creases. Exhale to come forward. Try to keep the spine just as long as you can. Crown of the head is reaching down. It may or may not touch, doesn't matter. But firm the leg muscles all the way up into the hip sockets. Firming outer hips in towards center. And even lifting the pelvic floor muscles here. Draw in through the lower belly and keep that engagement. As you inhale, come on up. Turning left leg out, walk the back foot in a little if you like a shorter stance for triangle. Arms at shoulder height. Hinge from the hip crease, reach as far as you can. Then take the left hand down wherever it lands. Reaching through the right arm and stretching it up. Now lengthen through the torso from the navel to the crown of the head. Inhale, take right arm forward. Exhale, sweep it down in front of you. Take it to the low back or wrap it around the left thigh. Rolling the top shoulder open. Bring your bottom ribs forward. Spin your top ribs back. Lengthen the crown of the head forward and then maybe look up if that's okay on your neck. Keep drawing that front sitting bone under in that left leg. Look down, bend the knees, step to plank and lower chaturanga. Then inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Stretch back. Even out the breath here. Inhale, make your way to plank. Stepping feet together, roll to the pinky toe side of your right foot and stretch up through the left arm. Bring the top hip a little forward, or there's an option to pick up that top leg into a tree pose. And if you do, reach your left arm forward in line with the ear. It's just an option. And if you have the tree option, you may just try and keep the tree and lower chaturanga. And inhale, up dog tree. And exhale, tuck the back toes to down dog tree. And then let your tree fall. Come regular down dog. Even out your breath. Inhale to plank, stepping feet together. rolling to the pinky toe side of the left foot. Stretch up through the right arm. So remember, you can stay right here in side plank or picking up the top foot, taking it anywhere above or below the knee, and reaching the right arm forward in line with your ear. Your choice. Try to bring that top hip a little bit forward so hips are level. And then if you have the tree leg, you can challenge yourself a bit today and keep it for plank pose and through chaturanga, and inhale it, keep it for up dog, and then tuck the toes, make your way to down dog, letting it go. And breathing here. Remember, if you want to break, push the pause button, take a child's pose, take a break. Otherwise, bend the knees, step or hop up, inhale, lengthen, fold on your exhale. Take your feet hips width apart and grab your elbows and hang. You can also add in rocking the torso side to side. Knees can be bent or straight. And then option to take your hands behind your calves and draw your torso down toward the thighs. Release that, look up, inhale, lengthen, exhale, hands to hips, all the way up to standing. Back to Tadasana. We're going to bend the knees a little bit. Take your left leg and wrap it on top of your right. Take your arms to shoulder height and wrap your right arm over the left for eagle pose. Lift your chest, but let your shoulder blades relax. That top leg, if it doesn't wrap around the calf, it doesn't matter. You can cross it once and that's perfectly fine. Now we're going to uncross it. Maybe you'll need to tap a little bit. Maybe you won't, right into warrior 3, and then bend the front knee for crescent pose. Pull the right hip back and double check that your right knee's over your ankle because we came into it differently. Bend the back knee, tilting pelvis forward, and then straighten through that leg. Unwrap your arms and sweep them up. Inhale. Bring hands to heart. Lean forward and hook your arm across to twist. Left arm comes across. You can even take your left hand to the floor and stretch the right arm up if that works for you. Otherwise, keep hands at heart center. Relax your shoulders. Pull your right hip back. Twist from above the waist. Release that. Make your way through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale back into downward facing dog. We're just going to stay a breath or so here in down dog. And then bend the knees, hips high, lightly step or hop up. Inhale, lengthen, fold as you exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, drop your hips, come into Utkatasana, chair pose. And then exhale, back to Tadasana. So we'll do the other side, feet about hips width apart, bend the knees. Now you'll cross your right knee over the left, either once or wrap it around the calf. Bring your arms up, left arm on top of right, touching palms, or you can even touch your shoulders. Lift your chest, pull your belly in, squeeze those outer hips, inner thighs, lifting the pelvic floor as you unwrap the top leg. Maybe tap it down, maybe not, and find warrior 3, reaching fingertips forward. Keep dropping the outer hip of that back lifted leg. Slowly bend the front knee. You might need to wiggle around a little bit so you can get your left knee over the ankle. Once you're set, bend the back knee, tilt the pelvis forward, and then pull the belly in as you straighten it. Keep pulling your left hip back. Breathe. Inhale, release the arms, stretch them up. Exhale, palms together right down the center, then lean forward. And exhale to hook the right arm across and twist. Now pulling your front leg hip back. If you want to go deeper, right hand down, left arm up. So the left hip's pulling back, the right hip lifts up and away from the mat so that we try to keep the hips level, twisting above the waist. Release that, hands to the ground, and lower exhale, chaturanga. Then inhaling, upward dog, and exhaling, back, downward dog. Evening breath a moment. Relax any tension around the neck, the shoulders, and the jaw. Look forward, step, or lightly hop to sit. And carefully lower yourself onto your back with your heels under your knees. Toes pointing in slightly toward one another, feet hip socket distance apart. And inhale, pressing to bridge pose. And grab the sides of the mat or interlacing fingers. Lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees and spiral your thighs in toward each other. Spiral. I have a tough time with that word. Lengthen your neck and breathe. Release that. Lower down, soles of feet together, knees apart. Put a hand on your heart center, hand on your belly. Think of 3 things that you are grateful for today. Any 3 things that come to mind. And now we'll bring our knees back up, hips width apart, outer edges of feet parallel. You can go into upward facing bow, full wheel, or another bridge. Coming on up, either way. If you go all the way up, pause at the crown of the head, line up wrists and elbows, and then straighten the arms. Otherwise, bridge, maybe interlace the other pinky on the bottom, lengthening the front of the body as you spin your inner thighs down. And lengthen your sitting bones toward the backs of your knees. Slowly release and lower down. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Again, hand on your heart center, hand on your belly. And just breathe here and let anything come to mind. Breathing in positivity and exhaling anything that no longer serves you, whatever that might be for you. Last one, another bridge pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow, also known as wheel pose. Hands up by the ears if you're going all the way up, crown of the head down, line up wrists and elbows, and then straighten through the arms. Otherwise, stick with bridge pose. Make sure your toes are pointed in either way. You're still spinning inner thighs down, lengthening sitting bones toward backs of knees. If you're in wheel pose, press your shoulder blades toward your chest. To come down, chin into chest first, and then lower. And then we'll hug our knees into the chest and gently rock yourself side to side. Giving your low back a little well-deserved massage. Start to roll yourself back and forth. If that doesn't work very well for you, then roll to your right and press up. Otherwise, rolling to seated, extend the legs. Pull the toes back, but press the heels down. Draw in through the belly and through the pelvic floor. Bend your right knee, right sole of the foot toward the left inner thigh. Reach up with the arms, exhale. Little turn toward the straight leg as you come forward. As you make your inhales, you can find some more length through the spine. As you have your exhales, see if you can soften anywhere, maybe in the face or the shoulders. Or soft, kind words to yourself. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale to release. Now take that sole of the foot on the floor, knee up. Right hand behind you, left arm up. Exhale, take the left arm across for a twist. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, roll your right shoulder back. Twisting so good for the spine. Inhale the head to center. Exhale, release. Now we'll bend the left knee and left sole foot toward right leg. Exhale, hinge from your hips and come forward. As you inhale, create length. As you exhale, release something. Release tension. Release words, thoughts. And then just breathe. Focus on the breath. Inhale, head up and release. Take the left foot on the floor flat. Left hand behind right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, right arm across, twist. Press evenly down through both of your sitting bones as you lengthen. Inhale through your spine. As you exhale, roll your shoulder back on that left side, maybe twisting a little deeper. Remember that left leg. Make sure the toes are still pointed up to the ceiling. That front leg. It could be the right leg, pardon me. Now bending the knees, you're going to roll onto your back. Take your right ankle just past the left knee and flex the ankle. Draw it in, holding on to the left leg and the shin or behind the thigh. You can stay with that or cross the right knee over the left to go in a little deeper. So to go in deeper, you're drawing the thighs in toward the belly, but still lengthening sitting bones toward the floor and pulling your feet a little bit away from each other. That really gets into the hips quite well. Relax your shoulders and your jaw. Nice long breaths right into those hips. We'll slowly release. Take your left ankle just past the right knee. Flex the ankle. Draw the right leg in, holding anywhere on the leg. You can stay right with this or cross the left knee on top of the right. Grab the feet or the ankles, kind of hold them like handlebars. Draw the knees in toward the belly. Lengthen your lower back toward the floor. Send deep, full breaths into your hips. Slowly release that. And now we're going to take the legs toward the space behind you. So if you can, bring your thighs towards your belly. Hold on anywhere around the legs, calves, heels, feet. Just to stretch out the lower back one more time. And then release it using your belly muscles to slowly take your feet to the floor. Now, if this hurts your back at all, then put your hands under your hips. Otherwise, slow is real. Make your way into Shavasana. Make sure your sitting bones are lengthening toward the backs of your knees. Your shoulder blades are away from your ears toward your waist. And then let your feet flop open, arms by your sides, and release any tension in your forehead, your jaw. Our quote today comes from Brené Brown. Let go of who you think you are supposed to be. Embrace who you are. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana. Begin to lengthen your breath as you make some movements in your fingers and toes and hands and feet. Stretch through your arms and legs. And bend your knees. Roll onto your right side. And don't forget to thank yourself for showing up today. Taking your practice, taking care of yourself is wonderful. Make your way up to seated and bring your hands together. Hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to your mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving communication, sending positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. See you later.
If you liked that video and you'd like to practice a longer one, try this video. We filmed it in Italy on a retreat, and I love meeting all of my brand new friends that I meet on retreats. It's a really fun class that I think you'll like. If you're still here at the end of the video, thank you, and the secret word is source. So put that in the comments below.